Hi again. Final message on goals. Even though I could talk about goal setting for days, I really could. It is such a life-changing topic which you don't just get. It's not like understanding and learning 2 and 2 is 4 and then you know that that's the equation. It's not. It's constantly changing. And if you know anything about goal setting, you'll know there's multiple systems on how you can do them. Brian Tracy says, write down 100 goals. Keep writing them down, keep reviewing them, and tick them off as you do them, and you get a positive feedback loop that this is achieving, and it's really good. Other people will say, don't do 100, do 1, and it's got to mean something to you. I've got a little twist on this, which is something which changed my life. And what happened was I was teaching people how to set goals, how I was taught to set goals. Remember I said SMART objectives, specific, measurable, attainable. That's not a goal. Realistic. You're just reducing yourself to just doing things you already know. And in a time scale, I can live with that one on the goals. But I was writing these down. And what I know now is I was writing these goals down to look good in other people's eyes. I just wanted to look good. I'm going to have a Ferrari. What a Ferrari for? I don't even like them. What a dick I would have looked driving around bloody Bilsthorpe in a Ferrari. Just absolutely pathetic. The maintenance costs alone I couldn't afford. Never mind a Ferrari. And I was writing down things which I thought I should do, but I didn't believe in them. And then in 2003, I was sat in my converted bedroom, which was my first office, in my semi-detached house in Manchester Woodhouse, and I was listening to an audio from a guy called Bob Proctor. And Bob Proctor had a little twist on this goal things, and he described them as type A and type B goals. Type B goals are ones you actually know how to do. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and a timescale. Type B. Fine. Type A goals are what you truly believe you can achieve, but you don't know how you're going to do it. You don't know how you're going to get there, but you believe over the cycle of life and being determined, you will get there. And the next bit that changed my life, that made me feel like I had X-ray glasses, is when he described the stick man. And the stick man is a very simple circle with a line coming down, a bit like hangman, 2 legs come in and then across for the arms, stickman. And then the circle, which was the head, a line through the middle, and on the top was your conscious thought. Underneath, attached to the neck, if you wish, was your subconscious thought. And what he explained was you have the ability to choose what's happening in the top part, your conscious. You can consciously decide something. I like it, I don't like it. I want it, I don't want it in my life. It's your reasoning part of your brain. That part of your brain feeds down into your subconscious part of your brain. Do you know when you drive a car and you get from one place to another and you go, well, I can't even remember driving the car. Your subconscious brain is doing this. Another example is, he gave this in his video actually, is imagine that you're back at school. And sorry about this, folks, I'm showing my age here. But imagine the teacher at the front has a blackboard and they have really long, snarly nails. And they put their hand on the blackboard and they put it down, it's screeching and that noise is reverberating all the way around the classroom. It's horrible. Some of you would have had an uncomfortable feeling just at the thought of somebody putting their imaginary fingers on a blackboard and scratching down the blackboard. And what's happened, you have imagined this in your conscious brain and it's fed into your subconscious brain. If you remember nothing else, remember this. It has no ability to accept or reject. It just does. So if you think about it, it feeds into your subconscious brain, which is linked to your body, and therefore that message goes out to the world. So if you write down a goal and you really believe in that goal, you'll have some positive vibes coming through. That'll feed into your body. You'll look confident. You'll start attracting things into your life relating to that goal. But if you really don't believe in that goal, it will feed into the subconscious, which has no ability to accept or reject, feed into your body, and you'll feel a little bit, shoulders go a little bit tight. Somebody goes, oh, do you think you're going to achieve that? Yeah, okay, yeah, I think I'll do that. Yeah, you don't believe it, and it will not come into your life. Then, a year or two later, it was explained to me through Tony Robbins, and he mentioned something called the reticular activating system, which is in your brain. And that's the part of the brain which actually filters out all the information around you. There's too much for you to compute. All the smells and sounds and vision and everything that's going off. Your conscious brain cannot cope with all this stuff. So what your reticular activating system does is filter it out. It goes, you're not interested about this. I'll get rid of it. I'll delete it. But when you write down a goal and say, I'm really bothered about red minis, red BMWs, red cars, I really want one. That's what I'm going to have that's my initial goal. As you start traveling around the road in the car, you'll start seeing red minis because the reticular activating system in your brain has gone, whoa, hang on a second. This is important to Paul. This is important to him. Let him know there's a red Mini just gone past or a red BMW. This is the thing. They've been going past all the time. They've always been there. But because you've not set a passionate goal, you've not engaged your reticular activating system, they're just passing you every day and disappearing, and you do not even know. Once you engage the passion and the reticular activating system, then things will start coming into your life. Conscious, subconscious mind, no ability to accept or reject, it just does, sends the message out into the world, and you receive back the energy you give out, the energy you get back. And this reticular activating system starts finding things and telling you. You're looking for a new job. It's like, oh, have you seen that advert? Oh, Jesus, it's been there all the time. But you just didn't set the goal. You didn't make it important. You didn't make it passionate. You didn't make it a must. It was a should or could or wouldn't it be nice? No, it needs to be a must. You need to believe in it, but don't worry if you don't know how you're going to do it. And that's what changed my life. From that moment on, when I was listening to Bob Proctor in 2003, I went, I've got it. I'm writing down goals. One, I don't believe in. I'm just writing them down to look good or because I've been told this is what I do. And the second thing is, I've got to not only truly believe in this thing, I've got to know in my heart it's going to happen. And by putting the time, the dedication into it, I will learn what I need to learn. And slowly things will start coming into my life like a magnet. It's crazy. The law of attraction, that's how it was described. And then all of a sudden you just think it's only a matter of time. And that's my final part on goal setting. Please give me feedback. Tell me you like it. There's so much more I could talk about goal setting, types of systems that work. But if you want to know more, let me know. This was a long one. 9 minutes. I've been rabbiting. So, ciao from Italy. Hope you have a good day. Bye.